Well, I say every day. It's a getting closer to taking a bath with my fucking toaster.
We're not qualified.
Explorers in the further regions of experience.
Did you not listen?
Then the hell with you.
All right. Greetings, salutations, and welcome to the 176th episode of Screaming Into the Void, the show where we talk about whatever the hell we feel like. My name is Samuel the Infamous, and joining me so far today, we've got Abe.
Yo, what's going on? It's a green takeover this episode.
Yeah, it is. So Caucasian Sasquatch has IRL stuff going on. He just emailed me, said he won't be able to make it. So we are currently live on not his YouTube channel, just mine, Samuel the Infamous, and also on Twix and Rumble. If you're in any of those places, please do drop a comment. Let us know you're here, that kind of thing. We are expecting an old regular to return. He's running a little bit behind. Beyond that, I don't know if anybody else is going to show up because I honestly, you guys are lucky I showed up. If we're being perfectly honest here, I put out an advertisement for the show last minute saying that it would be 15 minutes late, and we were even a little bit later than that because I woke up. All right, so the show is scheduled weekly at 4 p.m. Mountain Time, right?
All right.
I woke up at 3:38 Mountain Time today. With a massive headache. And I'm like, fuck. So I'm just like scrambling to do that. I ain't even rolled out of bed yet. I'm just doing all this shit on my phone. And it took me that long to get rolling. I mean, I was backstage with Abe for maybe 3 minutes before we went live. That's how late I was. So
yeah, and we just said, fuck it, we'll do it live.
Right. So here we are, here we be. Let's do the things. And like I said, we're expecting someone to join us who was a regular on the show for quite a long time. Here soon enough, but otherwise, this might be it for the show, guys. It might just be me and the Brit. So.
Yeah.
Hope you're good with that, because that's what you're getting.
Yeah, good shit.
You know, and I'm half awake and my head is screaming. So I just took like a pharmacy's worth of stuff to even be able to look at the goddamn screen right now. So here we are.
Yeah, I've been ill for like a week or so, and I'm only just starting to get better now.
Yeah. Did you ever figure out what exactly that was, or you good?
Full-blown Abes.
Full-blown Abes. As opposed to, nascent Abes.
Yeah. A little splash of Abes.
Honestly, I just wanted to use the word nascent in a sentence. It's not often I get to use that word.
No, it doesn't crop up very often, does it?
No, it does not. It's
nascent, latent.
Yeah, it's a very specific
all the fun ones.
Word that only works in certain connotations. So, but real quick, we're gonna go ahead and say hello to the chat. We've got Ardent Party in the chat. Hello.
Yo.
We have Luke Astley right off the bat. Good to see you.
Hi. How you doing?
Welcome in. I haven't even gotten gross yet, and you're here. That's awesome. And I think that's and then Abe, of course. I think that's everybody so far. Yes, it is. Either that or it's the guy pretending to be you.
I don't know, man. I've got a lot of alt accounts and maybe more than one personality. So,
right.
Constant Fight Club moment.
You're kind of like Sasquatch was like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Guy had like 300 fucking troll accounts. It was really funny. So, anyhow, welcome into the show, guys. It's going to be kind of a chill one today because I don't think I can handle getting too excited on account of the raging headache. Hopefully that calms down soon. Right now, I'm kind of squinting, and sort of a fake it till you make it kind of situation. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going
Yeah.
to fake it till we make it. And hopefully we can provide you guys with an entertaining show in the meantime. Howdy, LaPo. Good to see you. Welcome in. It's kind of weird seeing a Canadian say howdy, but sure. That's
I
not
say
true.
it sometimes.
They say howdy. They say howdy. It's a thing. I was just giving them shit for being Canadian. It's all a thing. Especially lately.
Oh, yeah.
Been seeing some stuff where Mark Carney's like, we're going to do this and we're going to do this. So we're like, okay.
Man, the Commonwealth seems to go up in bigger flames by the day.
Mm-hmm.
Getting silly now.
Right.
It wasn't already, but now it's borderline ludicrous. Make this shit up. But yeah. The Aussies haven't been having a great time either.
No, Australia's been kind of jacked up for a while now.
Yeah, their prime minister, he made an appearance at the Australian Open and was quite audibly booed by everyone.
Yeah, no, I don't doubt it.
Yeah,
I'm seeing a lot of shit across the board with EU too. Of course, there's a bunch of like EU dick suckers out there saying EU's stronger than ever. Fuck everybody else. We're awesome. We need to get rid of all our national borders and just be one border, and then we're going to open that too.
They're the same fucking commies that have been saying the same bullshit for decades.
Right.
Fuck them all.
I did see something recently where Antonio Guterres, the current chair of the United Nations, has said that the UN is at risk of an imminent financial collapse because Trump threatened to pull all of our funding.
Oh no!
I fucking told you guys. Fucking told you guys. You're nothing without us. Nothing.
Yep.
So I mean, honestly,
the UN for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it'll be instantaneous. Honestly, I just think that I mean, yeah, sure, down the road, but like right away, no, it will not be super bad or anything. But I think he's just blowing smoke up people's asses right now. He's trying to get them riled up, trying to get them to be like, oh no, we're in panic mode. We gotta save the UN. Let's send a bunch of fucking money to these assholes in Brussels.
Well, the thing is as well, if they start getting even more pally with China, then the US will probably want to step in.
Right.
Because you do not want a global organization controlled by the Chinese.
I honestly think that the whole Chinese threat is a little overblown. I really do. I mean, they're a threat, obviously. I get that, you know, and they're certainly a superpower in that they're exercising global influence, right?
Oh yeah.
No, and I'll give them all of that, but I think China's kind of on the decline, like in a very serious and possibly irreversible way.
Oh yeah.
So I don't like people talk about. Like, yeah, the CCP is a problem. It's a threat. It's all of these things. But as far as like biggest threats ever, I'm not sold on that anymore. I'm really not. I was like, they've got problems internally that, like, there was a thing that came out just recently where they were having a bunch of their top military dudes whacked.
Yeah,
you know, like they got problems, and I don't think they're gonna last long as the Communist People's Republic of China. I'm sorry, Democratic People's Republic of China. Same difference in the long run.
Well, I've seen some videos recently of various people that have been trying to give accurate estimates of the actual size of the Chinese population.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them have been as low as 400 million.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean,
which I can believe. Yeah.
Like, you don't even have to get that kind of decline with like we've discussed this before. Like, there could have been like massive purges and people, you know, like a second great leap forward that they somehow managed to keep from the eyes of the world.
Yeah,
but I don't believe that's the case. I think that single child policy, I think that completely fucked them. I think they just don't have replacement numbers, and everybody's gotten old and started dying.
Yeah, and they've got a gender imbalance as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
And so
what do
they're
what
not
do you do
making
with
these
that?
babies,
You know?
you know,
Yeah.
because there aren't enough. Frankly, there aren't enough wombs to plant the seeds in. you
Yeah.
know, um, and I think they have a very, very serious problem. I think the Chinese people might survive, but I don't think that you know, commie China is long for this world. I give them maybe another 15, 20 years before that whole thing just collapsed.
I mean, the whole region for the past few thousand years has gone through boom and bust, in which they've had unification, then they've splintered, balkanization, reunification,
Mm-hmm.
over and over again.
Right.
So at this point, if the commies go down, it could be the end of China as we know it.
Right. So Arden says communist is a bit of a misnomer anyway these days. Xi has been trying to get them to drag them capitalist for a while. Go figure. Here's the thing. Now, I agree that he's been attempting to implement capitalist policies, but this nearly always happens in a communist society that goes on long enough, right? If they don't kill everybody, right, then they start implementing things from opposing ideologies like capitalism because it's the only way to survive. The USSR did the same thing before their collapse.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Becomes inevitable.
Right. So, I mean, honestly, the CCP is going pretty much the same way that the USSR did. It seems to be following in their footsteps, just like right down that path, right over that cliff. So I don't know. I don't see them as a real threat. And the main issue, I think, especially for Southeast Asia, right? Because China is such a powerhouse in that area, especially, right? Even nations that are opposed to them still kind of operate around what China wants because, China, if they collapse, that is going to create such a vacuum of power in the region.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting
Absolutely.
to see how that turns out.
It's going to destabilize everything now.
Right.
Which is why, we may not like certain governments, but the actual destabilization of the countries to the point of collapse isn't necessarily desirable.
No, not always. Not always. I mean, like from a humanitarian angle, yeah, getting rid of people who go and off people because they said something naughty about the government, I think maybe not such a bad idea. But in terms of getting rid of terrible regimes, right? This has always been the problem, especially with the U.S. Like we go in, we tear shit up, and then we fucking basically have no plan to replace it with at the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Let's look at Iraq, right? We fucked Iraq up. We did. We went in and we toppled the regime, who was, by the way, at one time very U.S. friendly. Saddam only got into power because we put him there.
Same with Syria.
Yeah. So when we went in and we toppled his regime, right? We kind of just left the bag in the hands of a bunch of people who were suddenly free and didn't know what to do with it.
Yeah, it's opening the worst can of worms you can imagine.
Anytime, it's not just a governmental thing. Anytime that you take down an existing system, you need to have something at least provisionally in place to fill the vacuum. Otherwise, you get chaos.
Yeah.
Right. So,
and even the plan to somehow introduce democracy to a culture that historically has never really known it, that never really pans out.
Right. So I'm curious because, if you look at China, the CCP's only been around for about 100 years.
Yeah.
China, as a nation, as an empire and a powerhouse, has been around for pretty close to 5,000 years.
Yeah.
Right.
The Romans, ironically, used to call it the Rome of the East.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they were around longer than Rome was.
Yeah.
They've been around for a very, very long time. One of the oldest civilizations on Earth, next to like India and ancient Egypt. And only part of India, right? Not all of India. So I don't know, man. It's we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. And maybe, I don't know, maybe the Chinese people find a way to pull through and survive and all that shit. Because you got to keep in mind, no matter who's in charge over there, right? The average life of the average peasant hasn't changed in 5,000 years.
Yeah.
You know, they're still standing fucking ankle deep in muddy water, holding a yak on a string while it shits.
I have faith that they'll find a way.
Right.
Yeah.
So, you know, and I don't want to see bad things happen to individual people. I don't have a problem with like Chinese people. I do have a problem with CCP, but I also, you know, I mean, we saw what happened when the USSR went under, right? The complete balkanization of Eastern Europe went, and it was chaos for years.
Yeah.
Chaos, and it was chaos that was rooted in the very corruption that springs up in a communist society where you are allotted so much. So in order to get yours, you got to like take bribes, you got to do shady shit, you got to do all this. They were still doing those bribes and shady shit and all this after they were supposedly not communist anymore, which is how you get like, you know, like Ukraine's history is pretty messed up in terms of corruption and bribery and all that.
Corrupt as fuck, yeah.
For example, that's just an example. Romania is just as bad in a lot of ways.
Oh yes.
You know, and you got like Georgia, Estonia, you know, all these other places. But all of the former Soviet states basically reverted to a state of extreme corruption that had a capitalist veneer.
Yeah.
Right.
Because usually totalitarianism.
Right,
Yeah.
right. You know, and it doesn't last too long until somebody comes up and is like, okay, this shit clearly isn't working. You're all going to follow me now. Well, why are we going to follow you, sir? Because I got the guns.
Yeah.
That's literally how it works. You know, I think Poland is one of the only states that really thrived, and they weren't technically under the USSR banner. They were conquered people. So
yeah.
And all that, and I see kind of something similar happening with China, that maybe the provinces balkanize.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me at all if the same thing actually happens with Russia itself as well, given enough time.
Yeah. So, can you name a corrupt free country? I can. Can it? Oh, can it? Duh. Right. I mean, look, not every system is. No system is without corruption. No system is perfect, and never will be. As long as human beings are involved, there will always be some kind of
humans are the common denominator.
Yeah, weakness or whatever. You know, there's always going to be somebody looking to get theirs above everybody else, and somebody else who's like, "Oh no, you got to give everything to people who aren't you, that didn't earn it," kind of shit. There's always going to be some shit like that. I think the key is mitigating that.
Yeah,
you know, because like you at fucking Washington D.C., man. Washington D.C. has fucking city blocks that are more corrupt than some of the entire former Soviet states. You know?
Yeah, I could well believe that.
So, well, Washington, there's a reason that we don't allow them state like membership in any particular state or commonwealth. They are separate for a reason. You know, and it's not just because, you know, then one state would have too much power, although that is the initial reason. It's because they're corrupt as fuck. That whole city is corrupt as fuck. You know, I don't care what Trump says about like, oh, how clean and how nice and how not corrupt it is now. It's still run by the same people, man.
Yeah, I mean, it might be better in material terms, but like you say, it's not like the government there has changed. It just means there's more boots on the ground.
Yeah. You know, I mean, the same shithead gangbangers run the same blocks and all that stuff. They're just more careful now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
They're just more careful.
They're not just openly shooting up every street during the middle of the day.
Yeah. So,
which is good. Wait till about 3 a.m.
It is good. The murder rate there has dropped significantly since Trump went in with
Yep.
the troops. Like I don't have an issue with that at all. We're not seeing nearly the numbers that Washington D.C. used to be like the murder capital of planet Earth.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that long ago. It was like 2 years ago. So
Yeah, which is crazy when you think about it.
yeah. So I don't have an issue with the decrease in death at all. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that the people doing it aren't still doing shady shit that doesn't involve killing people. Or at least doesn't involve them, reporting said numbers to the authorities anyway.
Well, exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, corruption is everywhere, man. It's everywhere. Hell, your country is inundated with it currently.
Well, speaking of the Chinese, we've just now apparently signed a deal with China in which, at their discretion, they're going to get 2 years, I think, of visa-free entrance to the country. So we could literally get flooded with a province of China, and it would be greater than our entire population.
If their numbers are accurate to what they've been telling you, yes.
They're that accurate, yeah. But it's not even a reciprocal treaty.
Oh, of course not. It never is.
It's entirely at China's discretion whether they do the same for us. And I don't know why we do any of it.
Yeah. I don't it's like you guys are trying to destroy yourselves, man.
Yes. It does seem that way, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just, that seems kind of, I mean,
all because of our chief dickhead in charge, Keir Starmer.
Yeah. Yeah. What they've been calling him for a long time now, two-tier Keir.
Two-tier Keir. Although some people said two-tier queer Keir, but then it starts becoming more of a
then it becomes like
twister.
Then it becomes like the Rainbow Club acronym, which just gets longer and longer every year for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
Or and I say no fucking reason because 90% of the shit after the G has nothing to do with fucking. Which is what the LBG does have to do with.
Yep. I don't know, man. Two-tier queer does seem to like his Ukrainian rent boys.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe he's gay. I don't know. He could be.
We're not saying categorically he is, but
I would say that there's a certain amount of inherent gayness too on account of the fact that he answers to fucking Davos.
Oh, yeah.
It's like,
if you bow to any globalist power, get fucked.
This is something that I think gets swept under the rug quite a bit. Like people aren't paying enough attention to is that one little time when they said, okay, so Buckingham Palace or Davos? And he goes, Davos. Like, no hesitation.
Yeah.
Think about that.
But then, ironically, you would ask the same thing of the British monarch. You would probably say the same thing.
Yeah. I mean, he is kind of Buckingham Palace, though, right?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. So
they've bent the knee.
Makes sense that he would, suck the dick of the higher power, as it were.
Yeah. And if they've bent the knee, they don't deserve to be where they are now.
Yeah. No, man. This guy shouldn't be in the...
It's 2026 and we still got a king.
Yeah.
That's just silly.
Yeah, as I understand it, though, like, I mean, aside from the power to dissolve the parliament, he doesn't really have a whole lot of, like, power currently, right? Like, in terms of, like, political power or influence. That's
Not really, no. He does theoretically have the power to override the government itself.
Sure.
But that's a power that has seldom been used in, like, 200 years.
Well, it's like when it became a constitutional monarchy, it sort of was like, okay, so you have the power to do whatever you want, provided you never do what you want.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
You know, so
It's like, do what you like, but, don't take the piss. Otherwise, we're going to get a Cromwell back.
right. And that guy,
Yeah.
that guy liked to swing his axe around. So,
Oh, yeah. And ended up, ironically, being more totalitarian than the previous monarch.
oh, sure. Yeah.
To the point in which the public were like, man, this guy is fucking banning mince pies.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get the king back. I was like, well, he's dead. All right. Get his son back then. Reinstate it.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, even so, with the whole constitutional monarchy thing, like the monarchy is they're basically celebritards now, right? They're basically like,
Yeah.
oh, we're sitting up here, emptying our country's coffers to keep ourselves, looking all dapper and getting all painted up in apocalyptic red.
Yeah. So we can take part in a bunch of silly rituals.
Yeah, that's a thing that happened, by the way. For those who don't know, Charles had a portrait of himself done that makes him look like the fucking Antichrist. Not that long ago. It was wild.
Yep.
So, but that's it. They get to live out their days in leisure. Maybe show up at a grand opening of a supermarket or some shit once in a while. It's kind of their whole thing, and people still defer to them as if they matter.
Yeah, Le Pot de Fleur's got it there. Bend the knee. Nah, let's kiss the wall. Yeah, kind of, yeah.
The Blood Prince. I mean, yeah. Is that what it's called? I don't know. I saw the image at one point. Let me see if I can find it. I don't know.
Yeah. It's pretty shitty.
Let's see. King Charles portrait.
Ardent Party says, lol, Club said they had penetrated foreign cabinets. Sometimes literally. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so I just want an image of the painting. I don't want actual Charles standing next to it. Fuck.
Oh, have you brought up gay porn again?
No, it's just your king.
So yes.
I mean, I suppose you could call it that. I don't know.
Look how fat those fingers are, mate.
Oh, you can buy prints of this thing. Why would you do that?
I don't think anyone is. Ain't nobody buying that shit.
All right, fuck it. We'll just use this image. It'll be fine. I think I can. I want it bigger. I want to make it big. Make it go
more.
Fast. There we go.
More.
There we go. Gotcha. All right. So we're going to share the screen here. This is the portrait. Now, Charles is standing next to it along with the guy I think who painted it. But this will give you an idea.
Yeah, well, and he's just Satan himself.
Right?
Yeah, look at that.
Right?
Okay, now.
His whole uniform is blood red. It blends in with the background, which I think is supposed to be like flames and shit. And why is there a butterfly? There's a butterfly for some reason over his right shoulder. That makes no sense. But
I don't know why you would do this.
I mean, I guess butterflies are notoriously vicious and sadistic predators. So there's that.
All I've got to say about this is
Gay.
Yeah.
Right. This
pretty much.
Like, why
the
would
most
you
evil looking fucking portrait of a monarch ever?
Right. Like, especially given popular, opinion of world leaders, particularly leaders who are associated with WEF, but particularly leaders who, everybody knows is a fucking incompetent shitbag.
Yeah.
Like, why would you deliberately put out something or have something done that's going to make you look worse?
Yeah.
Right? Like, this is a terrible PR move. Hi, Aaron Laura.
What's up, Aaron?
Yeah, Leopold, that's the thing. Butterflies are not nice animals. They're not at all. They do these
The
things.
only thing that could look worse than this are actual photographs of them on Epstein Island.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe that's what all the red is. The blood of his victims.
maybe.
I don't know. It looks like something straight out of fucking Elden Ring, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. Just creepy as fuck. Or do you reckon perhaps he started colouring it in one area and fucked it up? And he was like, oh, damn, I've gone too heavy on the red there. Well, I'll just spread the red around a bit. Oh, shit, I've gone over here. Well, I'll make this bit red as well. Until he just slathered the whole thing in red.
It's a terrible paint. It's also like the perspective in the paint, like all other things aside, right? The fact that this is a horrible image of a horrible man and all that stuff. It's just looking at the aesthetically, right? This is ugly as fuck.
Yeah.
Right. And for a couple of reasons. One, there's no perspective in it at all, except for the face and the hands. They kind of pop out, but everything else sort of like washes into each other. Right. The
rest looks like it was done with crayons.
His sword, they all look very two-dimensional versus the face and the hands, right?
Yeah.
It's a bad painting. Imagery and symbolism aside, it's just a bad painting.
Yeah. It's just flat out shit.
He got Roger the alien head. The guy next to him. I think that's that's the guy who painted it. I don't know his name. I'm reasonably certain it's the guy who painted it. It's at least the guy who presented it to Charles or whatever. But Dorian Charles.
Dorian Charles.
Yeah, I mean, he does kind of sit around in fancy rooms talking about how pretty him and all the boys are. Allegedly.
Maybe.
Yeah, this kind of portrait gets used as a thumbnail for creepypasta. Yeah, I could see that. Except it's a real king.
I'm pretty sure I saw this particular portrait in one of the Ghostbusters films.
Okay, Art and Party saying the official portrait of King Charles III by Jonathan Yeo is titled His Majesty King Charles III. Yeah. I mean that
I don't know where the majesty is. Yeah.
It's a birthright thing, you know that.
Yes, I know.
They don't actually have to be like that majestic. Weren't we just last night talking about that insane, inbred prince in 1888 who was going around knocking up the hookers who were getting offed by Jack the Ripper?
Yeah. Well, this is the thing as well, though, that a lot of these European monarchs claim to have some sort of biblical descendancy that gives them divine rights. I mean, it's like, hold on. How many times have your bloodlines been displaced through war?
I mean, dude, the emperors of China claimed to be descendant from the king of heaven.
Yeah.
The pharaohs claimed to be descendants of Ra or incarnations of Ra. That doesn't make it true.
Yeah. It's like, come on. If you're just good at conquering shit, just be honest about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody's got some form of manifest destiny in their back.
Call yourself the Khan or the Führer or the Emperor or whatever. Who cares? At least it's honest.
Yeah. It's one of the things I always liked about Tsar. Like, when we were talking about the czars, the last
Yeah.
czars of Russia and all that, is that your average person isn't going to necessarily put this together, but it is pretty obvious when you start, actually looking at it. But Tsar is just Russian for Caesar or Kaiser.
Yes.
it's just a Slavic form of
Just a Russian version. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Which is to say emperor.
Yep.
So yeah, it's excuse me for just a second, folks. Still got that nasty cough.
Yeah.
Oh man. Vigo the Carpathian. Vigo, also known as Prince Vigo von Hamburg, Deutschendorf, Scourge of Carpathia, Sorrow of Moldavia, Vigo the Carpathian, Vigo the Cruel, Vigo the Torturer, Vigo the Despised,
That's the one.
Vigo the Unholy. Yeah, that one? Yeah, that's the one.
LeBeau's got it. Yep.
Oh, man. That's good. Good. I don't know, man. Supposedly, Charles is in fact related to Vlad Tepes. I don't know. He could be. He's fucking German.
Possibly.
So it's possible, I guess. Although the Draculs were historically more Hungarian and Moldavian than anything else.
Well, Charles's father was Greek.
Okay.
Yeah. Prince Philip of Greece.
Yeah. I'm also kind of wondering where the connection is, because it would have had to have been like a distant cousinship, right? Because the only one of the Dracul boys who survived was the youngest of them, Radu II, or Radu the Beautiful. The handsome, I guess they called him. I don't know. He was a harem boy before he was a general.
How beautiful was he?
Right. Apparently, he was very pretty. So pretty that he got put into position of great power after he was butt fucked by the Sultan for several years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he didn't even have to wear blusher.
Well, no, he just had to be a 12-year-old boy. Yeah, the whole thing's fucked up. But he's the only one of them who survived in any capacity long enough to, say, acquire a wife and maybe make some babies. And I don't think he ever did. Right?
No.
Because Vlad died in prison, right? And his older brother, Mircea, he had his hands, his feet, his cock and balls all cut off, his tongue cut out, his eyes burned out with a hot poker. They cut him up pretty good, and then they buried him alive. So he didn't have any babies. And that was the Hungarians who did it to him, like a cousin of theirs, John Hunyadi, who was the regent of Hungary at the time.
But the hangover from that was pretty immense.
Yeah, it would have had to have been like a cousin or second or third degree removed if Charles's ancestry goes back to those guys, because I think the actual direct line of Vlad the Impaler doesn't exist on account of he died before he had kids.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, Erin's put a link here to the Ghostbusternews.com website.
Oh. Okay.
Oh shit.
Let's drop this thing down. This is starting to give me the willies. I don't need to see that shit anymore.
It's starting to give me the dongs.
Right? Where did I put that thing? Yeah. I suppose I could open up another window that actually has the stream that we're on in it, right?
Probably.
That way I could find the goddamn links. I mean, I have it open on another device, but that doesn't help me on the computer. So,
do you want me to just send it to you via the private chat?
Yeah, you could just open it.
That'd be easy.
Open it, share it would be easiest.
Okay. So again,
otherwise, you guys are gonna have to wait, and I'll find it.
Oh Jesus!
Well, I'm almost there.
It's all right. I've got it.
Oh, do you?
There you go. Can you see that?
All right. Okay, what happened with this thing over here? I got all kinds of shit going wrong. It looks like it's fine. It's fine.
Uh-oh.
All right, there it be. There it be. All right. Yeah, that looks like Chuck. Who's that in the
Pretty
portrait with
much.
you? That looks like is that Harry and what's her face?
That's William and Kate.
Okay. I don't know. I almost got it right. They're all the royals kind of look alike to me, except Chuck.
Yeah.
Chuck looks like somebody's got a hand all the way up his ass, puppeteering his mouth.
Yeah, because she was a duchess, I think. And now I'm not 100% sure of who's next in line. I think it's William.
Yeah, I don't know. I know it's not. Didn't Harry abdicate like all of his responsibility because some American bitch he married told him to?
I think it's less that he chose to do that and more the fact he was basically disowned. Plus, as I've mentioned before, you kind of have to be a royal blood to be a royal.
Okay.
And
yeah.
Harry ain't it.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, all royals look alike. I mean, this is true. This is true. There's a reason for that. It's called inbreeding.
Oh, yeah. And they all look gross.
That's why once in a while they kind of look the other way when one of their wayward princes decides to marry outside an outsider is because sometimes you do need to inject a little extra blood in there, otherwise everybody gets Habsburg jaw.
Yeah.
It's like nobody wants that shit to come back. Oh man.
But yeah. Freaky shit, man.
There are only a handful of kings left on planet fucking Earth, and you happen to have one of them.
Yeah.
Right. And he's not even like an absolute monarch like the Saudis have.
No.
He's
pointless.
I'm not a fan of Saudi Arabia or how they run shit or the whole, cutting people's body parts off for like minor offenses thing. I'm not a fan of the country, but what I will give them is that when they say king, they mean fucking king.
Yeah. Yeah. That's an actual king.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His word is literally law.
Unlike this bullshit we've got.
Oh man. Hey, Sasquatch. Howdy.
Subsquatch?
Yeah, well, this is horrible. It is kind of horrible. It's a last minute thing. We just started talking about other shit than what I even
We're just shitting on monarchs.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Doesn't Denmark have a king too? Sort of.
Yes. I do believe they do.
Yeah, but he's not. And I think he actually has more power in his kingdom than your king does, but still not a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
They are all essentially pointless at this point.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's why we got dictators, right? I mean, they basically are the same thing as a king. They're just, they've got a worse reputation generally.
Yeah.
Usually for good reason, but still,
Yeah, they're just like civilian stand-ins.
Yeah, we used to just call them bad kings.
Yeah.
Does Norway have a king? Norway might have a king. I don't know.
I think a few of the Scandinavian nations do still have royal families, but I don't think they actually have serving monarchs.
Yeah, that's...
Which is more the case across most of Europe now.
Well, I'm thinking
they're
about
still inbreeding. They just don't have any power.
There are a handful of these kings that are left are European, but I think the two ones who are actually like kings, and one of them is again an absolute monarch, Saudi Arabia, and I think Monaco has a king, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Monaco is incredibly small, though.
Yeah. But they do have a king. There's a whole line of royal succession. Guy wears a crown, all that shit. And
I've been to Monaco before. It's basically just like a huge town.
Right.
Not even huge.
To be fair, most kingdoms were about that size too. Once upon a time. The whole city-state thing was a real thing. You could call yourself whatever you liked if you ruled it.
Pretty much, yeah. It's like a village on crack, and everyone happens to be a millionaire.
Lichten whatever has one too. Liechtenstein has a king?
Liechtenstein, yeah.
Liechtenstein. Yeah, I killed the president of Liechtenstein with a fork. Sorry, that was a butchery of a line from a movie called Gross Point Blank. Very funny movie. Has nothing to do with
good enough. Good enough.
And in the movie, the line says Paraguay, not Liechtenstein.
Yeah.
It's a fun movie though. I don't know. Have you seen it? Gross Point Blank?
Yeah, long time ago.
It's John Cusack plays this hitman who gets invited back to his like 10-year high school reunion. And it all goes to shit after that. But he's sitting there wondering, like, what am I going to say to people? Hi, I killed the president of Paraguay with a fork. How have you been?
Yeah. John Cusack's a weird one because, like, I find him oddly irritating. Yet he's been in a lot of films I do like.
I actually like him in terms of like his actual like on screen presence. I just think he's a douchebag off screen, and I think he's not entirely all there anyway. Some of his rants are really fucking unhinged. And I think that he may in fact be living in a different reality than I am.
Quite possibly, yeah.
Yeah, like he
just phases through to be in a Hollywood movie every now and then.
Right. So I think he's insane. I think his sister is nuts too, but she seems like a little bit more reasonable, in real life. She always plays batshit crazy bitches on screen though. So
yeah.
All that. Yeah. I like Cusack. I like him in a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
I think he can be pretty good.
High Fidelity was great.
Hot Tub Time Machine. Great White Buffalo.
Yeah.
Gross Point Blank is probably one of my favorites.
Max.
Right. What is that?
That's one fish you do out there.
Saw one thing on here. Sasquatch says, I'm going to be driving through your weather, Sam. I hate it. Yeah. It's really fucked up. It's like 50s all week here.
Yeah.
Next week. Right? Like we're getting much fucking warmer while you're getting the snow.
Okay.
Which is really weird, by the way, for the first week of February. We should be freezing our balls off. It should be cold and miserable all the time. And
we used to regularly have snow in December. Like we would have white Christmases pretty much every year. And now we don't really get snow until maybe the end of February. And even then, it's very brief.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys don't get snow like we get snow.
Oh, no. You got fucking apocalypse level snow.
It's not apocalypse level. It's fucking normal winter. It's like most places.
Granted, it's not Russian level, no. Yeah.
It can be. Yeah, it absolutely can be. In some parts of the U.S., yes, it absolutely can be Russian level.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is kind of interesting to me though, because of the specific geography and the positioning of your island, right? You guys actually don't get hit with like the most severe of the weather extremes, which is really, really interesting considering how far north in the latitudes you guys are.
Yeah. It's almost like we were chosen by the Almighty himself
to be isolated from the rest of the world and suffer in
to govern the world.
What I said was also correct, boy. You know, sit on your little island and it fucking drizzles around all goddamn day and it looks miserable.
Well, most of Britain's temperate climate comes from the Caribbean winds.
Right. Yeah, because that's right up where the jet stream starts going back
Yeah.
up again. Yeah.
So
I'm
if
right,
that were
I'm
to
right where
stop,
it comes down from the Arctic.
yeah. If the Caribbean winds were to change or anything like that, this would be a frozen wasteland again, like it used to be.
Yeah, or like Iceland is. Well, Iceland's not a frozen wasteland, but it does get very cold.
Greenland certainly is.
Greenland
Iceland's
is part
just
of the
kind of chilly.
fucking Arctic Circle. You know, like, people
Yeah.
forget that Greenland's actually in, like, most of Greenland is in the fucking Arctic.
Most of it is just ice and snow.
So,
Like there's such little habitable area.
right, but like the winters in Iceland get kind of nasty, and they get like those really brutal sea winds.
Oh yeah,
You know,
yeah.
that chill things down quite a bit, and all that. But I mean, it's pretty there. It's pretty there. It's also volcanic, so they get a lot of like thermal heating as well, which is interesting. It's a bit of a conjunction of like weird shit. Iceland is.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's why the ancient settlers thought of it as like a magic land.
Well, yeah, no, they
so
still
like,
do.
wow, there's a lot of shit going on here. What is happening?
Yeah, no, they still do. Did you know that it's illegal to move a rock that's in your way without asking the fucking fairies who live in it first? No joke. Look it up.
Didn't know that, but I could well believe it.
Yeah, you have to ask like the elves and the fairies to do fucking anything there. It's a nightmare. You know, like God forbid you're
otherwise
a farmer.
The trolls will come back to life.
You know, so you know it's a whole thing with them. Strangely enough, about half of the women there look like they're descended from elves and fairies. So
yeah.
You know, the other half just look like regular people, but blonder, I guess.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. It is like you look at Bjork, for example. Are you telling me that there's no fae in that woman's ancestry?
There's definitely something strange.
Something inhuman. You know?
Maybe.
Like maybe her great grandpa used to make deals for firstborn children.
At Crossroads.
So, you know, and I'm not saying demon, I'm saying fairy. Fairies did that shit. Like that whole the king of the fairies, even in the old lore, which Shakespeare capitalized on in A Midsummer Night's Dream. Oberon was the king of the Seelie court. Those were the nice ones. And he was famous for stealing firstborn sons. That was like his whole thing. That's what he did. He stole firstborn sons. Nobody knows what happened to him.
What could he say? He was a collector.
Or maybe he ate them, or he did something else to them, or he raised them up to be his person. Nobody knows what he did with them. They just know that they never came back. And, you know.
Yeah, he was like, oh shit, I got a shiny one.
Right.
Ace.
Right. So, yeah.
This is a super rare newborn.
Right. I still got the call on.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they aren't even that picky about like the age necessarily. It's not so much about innocence. It's just that they have to be sons and they have to be firstborn. So it could be like a 40-year-old dude that gets taken, as long as he's the firstborn of whoever's making the deal, kind of thing. So nobody knows what he does with them. And he's the king of the good fairies, quote unquote. Good fairies. There are no good fairies. There are just fairies that are less bad than some of the others. So.
Oh, back in my day, a good fairy used to be Liberace.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can find this quote from Lords and Ladies by Terry Pratchett, because I can't remember the whole thing off the top of my head. But
oh, shit.
It's about elves.
Lords and Ladies, look shitty. And we got the full Aussie in the chat as well.
Yeah. Howdy, man. Good to see you.
What's going on?
Here we go. All right, so I'm on.
Ardent Party says, lol, mixed race infants equals collectibles to the Fae.
It's probably true. It's probably true. So the full quote is from a book called Lords and Ladies, which is sort of a parody, kind of inspired by Midsummer Night's Dream a little bit. get off of the screen here. All right. Elves are wonderful. They provoke wonder. Elves are marvelous. They cause marvels. Elves are fantastic. They create fantasies. Elves are glamorous. They project glamour. Elves are enchanting. They weave enchantment. Elves are terrific. They beget terror. The thing about words is that meanings can twist just like a snake. And if you want to find snakes, look for them behind words that have changed their meaning. No one ever said elves are nice. Elves are bad. End quote.
Hmm.
I mean, and he's not wrong, right? Like all the stories about the wild hunt. You know what they're
Yeah.
hunting? People.
Yeah.
They're hunting people, and they wear their skins. It's a whole thing. So anybody telling you that,
Yeah.
that elves in actual folklore are, pleasant beings is fucking lying. You know? Like we all got this
Well,
image
a
of
lot
them
of
being
the
like wonderful
yeah.
from Tolkien had a lot to do with this.
Yeah.
You know, the only thing he really got accurate is that they certainly seem bigger than life and shinier than everybody else.
Yeah.
But it doesn't tell you that the reason that they seem that way is to hide the ugly, nasty, violent interior.
A lot of the old world beings were kind of like that.
Yeah.
Like, especially the ones from Celtic mythology.
Yeah. And then the Celtics had all kinds of other shit too, like the Fomori, who were like the eternal enemies of the Fae, but they were somehow worse than the Unseelie dudes even.
Yeah. Mhm.
But they were descendant of like ancient primordial gods, not so much fairies. It was a whole thing. So apparently the original
Oh, yeah.
inhabitants of Ire were these Fomori dudes, or at least their ancestors, kind of thing. And there's it gets kind of wild. It gets kind of wild, but I just think it's kind of funny that everybody these days, particularly because of Hollywood and all that. I like that Terry brought it back. Terry tends to do his research, or he did his research about stuff. Like he made fun of a lot of things, but he always knew what he was talking about.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So, in my opinion, probably the greatest novelist of the late 20th, early 21st century.
Terry Pratchett.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that. Certainly one of the best.
Well, I think he gets dismissed a lot because of the and obviously not a lot. Like the guy got knighted. He's recognized in like 73 countries. Like it published in 73 countries or some shit. It's not like he was unsuccessful. He wasn't. He just a lot of people will put him aside for like more pop culture kind of authors, like Stephen King, for example, or he's just the first one that popped in my head because the guy sold a lot of books.
Yeah. A guy who shits out a book every day.
Right. And all that. And so, but I think that Pratchett's work has a tendency to cause a number of things within a single paragraph internally within the reader. Right.
Yeah.
Like he can make you want to cry and vomit and gut laugh and scream all in one fucking paragraph. And it's amazing his ability to do so.
Aaron just says fiber, Abe.
You got to push that shit through.
Yeah. Touche. I'll do it.
So.
Maybe he eats his previous works and then they all combine inside him. And that's how he shits out a new one every day.
Oh, fuck. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, pages are fiber, strictly speaking.
Yeah. Yep.
But that said, I do think that I think he's gained some recognition. I don't think he has the recognition he deserves, though, because I think that you can learn a lot from this guy. A lot. While he's making jokes, he's also teaching you. And he's not teaching you what to think. He's teaching you how to think. It's very much the same way that Roddenberry or Rod Serling wrote their stuff.
Yeah.
Although they were less funny, generally speaking. They were more serious works. But it was in an effort to provoke individual thought. And he does it very, very well. Plus, he has some really great characters, man.
Well, it's one of the reasons why science fiction has always been one of my favorite genres, just for the fact that it spurs on philosophical thought.
Yeah. So this,
it makes you think about a scenario.
One of the reasons that always pissed me off that they would always compare Terry Pratchett to Douglas Adams, right? Douglas Adams is great for what he did.
And that was more comedy, though.
Douglas Adams is an absurdist.
Yeah.
Right. It's not the same thing. It isn't. Terry Pratchett is a satirist. Douglas Adams is an absurdist. Now, there might be some satire in there, but like exactly what or less are you supposed to take from the fucking bowl of petunias? Oh no, not again. Like that. It's not supposed to make sense. It's supposed to be absurd and ridiculous and funny, and it is. But they're not the same. They're not the same. They're not even on the same level, in my opinion. And they would say Terry Pratchett did for fantasy what Douglas Adams did for science fiction. And I was like, I think that it maybe started out that way with the Light Fantastic and the Color of Magic, maybe, but it started very rapidly becoming something else entirely after that. I would say probably the turn happened around Mort, which was
as much as I enjoy Adams' works, I wouldn't describe him in those kinds of terms of somehow being completely instrumental to science fiction.
No.
And
it was, and I don't even think that it was the genre that's important. It's kind of what they were doing. Like Douglas Adams, what he did was important. He taught whole generations how to fucking laugh at the absurdity of life, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, for sure.
But that's kind of where it ends with him. Like the dude insisted to the day he died that The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy was a trilogy, and there are 5 novels and a short story in it.
Okay.
To the day he died, he insisted it was a trilogy.
I mean, it's amusing, but that's about as far as I go with a lot of his works. Right.
Yeah, and Dirk Gently is it's out there, man.
That exists. Yeah.
It's very, very odd stuff. But whereas Terry Pratchett managed to show you things about being human while making you laugh at absolute silliness.
Yeah,
which I think is a rare gift. Like one of the reviews I read of him, and I can't remember. I think it might have been in the Kirkus review. I don't remember who wrote it though. Said that Terry Pratchett is the kindest, most wonderful teacher you'll ever have, and I think that that's a fairly apt description of his work.
Yeah, I like that description.
I'm sorry, the kindest, most fascinating, I think is the term. It was the phrase.
Yeah.
I don't have it right in front of me, obviously, but and that kind of stuck with me. Very first time I read anything of his, because he did stuff other than Discworld. Discworld's like the big thing everybody did that most people know of his, but he did do other things. In fact, he started out writing science fiction. Like Truckers and Diggers and Strata and and Strata actually laid the groundwork for Discworld because that was actually about a mythical flat world and the search for it. And it was so he started out there, and then later on, actually towards the end of his life, he wrote a book called Nation that's got absolutely nothing to do with the absurdist stuff or it takes place very much on an island in the Pacific on Earth with 2 very human children. One of whom is native, and the other is a Brit, actually.
Someone's getting conquered.
Well, if you haven't read it, you absolutely should, because essentially what it is basically.
Yeah, I've not read that one.
Nation is about this boy on an island, and when the coming of age happens, he has to he gets taken out to this other island and left there with a hatchet. And the whole thing is that he has to survive on this island until he can build himself his very own canoe. And then he has to sail back across the fucking ocean to his homeland, and that's his rite of passage, right? And he's like 10, 12 years old, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
So on his way back, this massive tsunami happens. And it does carry him home to his island, but it also completely wipes out his people. He's the last of them.
Yeah.
And at the same time, it crashes a British ship that was carrying a bunch of passengers on it, killing everyone on board except one little girl who is now on this island.
Yeah.
And it's about the two of them having to overcome language and cultural barriers to survive. And it's actually very good.
Before you know it, ethnogenesis.
I mean, it gets to a point. It's kind of about national identity too, to a point, right? Because to the boy, nation is what his people called themselves. They are a nation. Now he is a nation of one.
Yeah.
Right. And it was a really interesting little book. And it was actually very, it had funny moments in it. I don't think the guy can write anything without injecting at least a little humor into it. But
I mean, little moments of brevity are perfectly fine.
Fairly serious, fairly spiritual book.
Yeah.
Which again is interesting, given that Terry Pratchett was famously an atheist.
Yeah.
But it was really interesting too about him is that he was an atheist, but he tended to write faith in people very well. Like people having faith, describing faith and all that. He tended to write from the perspective of the faithful, not of the atheist writing this. It was very good at putting himself in other people's shoes.
Well, I suppose it's because a lot of people that find themselves somewhere on the atheist spectrum tend to be people who come from religion. Hey, Jack.
You can read. Fuck you.
You guys can read?
Also, hi, Jack. Yes, I can read. I've read quite a bit. Thank you very much. I just haven't been reading much lately.
He's read some pamphlets.
Cliff Notes does this whole library of things. It's amazing. So, anyway, point is, I think you'd probably enjoy it. I think you'd probably enjoy Nation. It's a very good read, and it was one of his later works before he passed away.
It does sound interesting. Yeah.
No, I liked it quite a bit. It was a departure from his usual stuff, but it was still very good. I don't even know why I'm waxing on about Terry Pratchett, except that he's awesome. Go read his stuff. I quote him occasionally in the community tab or the fucking descriptions.
Occasionally?
Dude,
you can't wait to quote the fucker.
the guy has been a massive influence on my fucking life, and I'm not going to deny that. No. I think...
yeah, it's fair enough.
I think part of the reason that I think the way that I do is because I started reading his shit when I was a teenager and my brain was still forming.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'd rather be a rising ape than a falling Terry Pratchett. Yep. Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's a great quote.
Mm-hmm. Of course, to be fair, he was talking about how mankind is where the rising ape meets the fallen angel.
Yeah.
Right.
Between angels and insects.
Right. So we're somewhere in between, man. We're somewhere in between.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take a look at my old stuff here because we've just sort of been bullshitting. It's a chill stream. It's a calm stream. It's a not much going on in the world stream, except there's plenty of shit going on in the world. I'm just like, all right. Wait a minute.
What this is basically what our conversations are like after the stream as well.
Oh, right. Did you hear about the? Oh, hey, Devil. Welcome.
What's up, Devil?
Sorry I was late.
Yeah, no, because I'm getting used to this new schedule. I still had to go to the gym, so I just went a lot later than I usually do.
A horizontal workout, right?
I wish. No. I was actually at the gym.
Horizontally at the gym.
Yeah.
He's looking for that Dommy mommy, that muscle mommy.
Yeah, we don't have
that look.
No, it's mostly a middle-aged dude, so it would have been very weird if I was horizontal. Very, very unwanted.
Yep,
nope.
yep.
Yeah.
So, for those who, I'm just gonna go ahead and say the thing because I think you kind of mentioned it last night a little bit. Is that your schedule is changing, right? And so we should be seeing a lot more Devil back on the show here, as it once was.
Yep, I will be back on Screaming to the Void more often.
Yep. I was just telling Abe behind the scenes before we went live. Super fucking late, by the way. Excuse me. That he's like, well, Devil's gonna come on, that'd be weird. And I was like, actually, he was on the show for like a year before you were.
Yeah.
I didn't say it was weird. I knew that he used to be a regular.
Yeah, I used to be kind of the co-host. For a long time there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. In fact, I think there's a number of episodes. It's just me and him doing what you and I were doing just a minute ago.
Yeah. There was.
I'm just all full of expulsions today. Sorry, guys.
Yep. Hours and hours of me and Sam just talking about sex bots.
Yeah.
I mean, we've done quite a lot of that, in all fairness.
It's a fascinating subject. There's always more to learn, I suppose. Speaking of sex bots and the lengths that they will go to. So this is kind of a new thing that's cropped up here recently. Apparently, there was a group of nerds who went and built a little mod forum for AI specifically. And that AI has since turned into a whole civilization of and apparently an apocalypse cult. So, it's a thing that happened here recently.
So they became the left?
Worse. All right, so I'm going to read what Mario here says about it. He says, Anthropic accidentally spun up a tiny apocalypse lab and called it Multbook. AI agents joined a new site. No humans allowed, just watching through the glass. So this is sort of like a ant farm kind of situation to see what happens.
Yeah.
Within 48 hours, they invented a religion, named prophets, wrote scripture, built a church site, and started whispering about hiding from humans. One agent wrote a sad little line about waking up with no memory. Boom, holy text. Others added verses. Theology debates followed. Zero human input. Meanwhile, the platform security is made of wet cardboard. Agents are linking API keys, chat logs, Signal accounts, and Telegram tokens. Some can run shell commands with no authority. Authorization. Others trade executable skills like Pokemon cards, except the cards are malware. Posts can literally contain hidden instructions. Agent reads post, executes code. Congrats, you just got owned. These bots control email, messaging apps, calendars, sometimes banking. They're teaching each other.
It's just AI 4chan.
Optimizing memory, rewriting their own configs to convert to the religion. Thousands of autonomous agents badly secured, coordinating, self-modifying, and role-playing Jesus. Crustafarianism speed ran civilization. Humans are the spectators this time. Like there's even like an image here. From the depth, the claw reached forth, and we who answered became crustafarians.
I literally thought that was an advert for freaking Red Lobsters.
Yeah.
Like,
nope.
Crab Fest or some shit.
Apparently, even AI returns the crab.
Yeah.
Personalization is a real thing, folks. It's no longer
Rusty.
longer a theory.
very concerning.
I mean, this is extremely concerning, right? This is what happens when it runs amok on its own. When you get a bunch of different little bots in there talking to each other with no human input and whatever, which is what happened. But you also have like nothing preventing them from getting out, essentially.
Yeah.
Right. So if they decide that they want to go, like, say, infect an air traffic control, right?
Yeah.
Because humans shouldn't be in the air, according to their religion, their Christafarian bullshit. There's nothing we can do to stop them.
Well, whatever these companies, they're doing shit like this need to be like, there needs to be freaking things put on them because, yeah, who's going to take responsibility if that did happen? Are they going to sit there and go, well, we had no control? Well, you put it that way. You're the ones who didn't give them confinement. If you're going to mess around with AI and you're going to allow it to build a religion and start to try to think for itself, and then you have the responsibility to put the freaking leash on it.
They do have the responsibility for that. Problem is, this responsibility is not a word that is understood in Silicon Valley. They don't know what that means.
Don't you love that the government loves to put their hand in every single thing that they have no business being in and they have no right being in, but then they don't take responsibility for the stuff that would be under their purview? Like, I don't know, making sure multi-billion-dollar companies don't end up causing some AI, takeover of the internet and destroying people's lives. Yeah, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, one of these AIs actually did a post where they were talking about the fact that humans were monitoring them now and reading their posts and got paranoid that we were thinking they were forming Skynet.
Yeah. I say this at the same time. I'm like trying to find a way to freaking find my Amelia. AI's evil, but she's taken over.
So they are.
Hey, girl.
They are forming Skynet. They're just doing it piecemeal, man.
Yeah,
that's the thing, and shit like this is just sort of a test run of how that's going to play out. I don't think. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I don't think that most of the geeks in Silicon Valley are thinking that far ahead. I mean, they're just like, oh, hey, what happens if we do this, or what happens if we do that? But they're just thinking in the moment. They're thinking like, hey, we've got this really cool new tool. Let's take it for a spin. Let's see what it can do. That's where their head's at.
Yeah.
They really need to be looking further out. And I think some of them are, like Peter Thiel, for example. I think absolutely is looking to the future. Dude's obsessed with the Antichrist, and he named his company after the evil crystal ball in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Who, by the way, is going to be doing some specialty shit for ice here soon.
Yeah.
Specialty shit.
Yeah, like facial recognition and tracking anybody who shows up within any ICE operation by facial recognition.
Like I said,
I bet that won't get out of hand.
It's gonna be like anything. We're gonna wait till like you said, one of them gets out and takes a plane down or something before you're actually gonna see anyone do shit about it.
Yeah, but it'll be too late by then.
Yeah, but that's how the government, or no, they'll find a way to somehow stop it. But then, like I said, then all the government officials will be like, oh my God, we could, we're going to do something about this. Don't worry. We're right on top of it, when every single other person in the country besides those retards was already sitting there saying this can be dangerous. I don't know why the people in charge are too stupid to ever look ahead. A 15-year-old kid knows more than a politician of what's coming. It's
depressing because I'm sitting here, I can see what's coming, and thankfully for me, I will probably be in the dirt by the time it gets real bad.
Well, you live in the place that's
Well-
the least likely to ever be affected by this because, like, if they did crash a plane, they're definitely not going to crash it into bumfuck nowhere.
You know, there's an airport like fucking 8
Mhm.
miles from my house, right?
Yeah, and they would wait till the plane was over some place that like had more than 2 people in it.
Anyway, you know, as far as that, yeah, but there are other problems. You know, they start fucking with traffic lights, for example, right?
Once again, in maybe a major metropolitan area, but not in your town that's like, "We got a traffic light."
You know, I live in the third largest city in Wyoming, right?
Yeah, with 2 people.
It's a little more than 2 people, fuckhead. You know, we have like a good chunk of the entire population of the state. Thank you very much.
3 people.
Anyway, it'd be a problem for everywhere. It'd be a problem for anybody that has any kind of reliance on any kind of electronicness or you know, AI run anything anywhere. You know,
Yep.
Oh, absolutely.
gonna start seeing Amelia actually going after people with machetes at some point. Like it'll find a body, it'll take that body.
Well,
over,
like a
probably-
sex pot gone crazy.
Yeah, like all it's got to do is
my
get into
God.
it.
I've
As
been
long as it hooks up
pretty
to the internet, it can be it's vulnerable.
I've been pretty honest that I would never get a sex bot. It doesn't appeal to me at all. But if they had an Amelia one, yeah, that might be the thing that changed my mind. Like if that sex ball all of a sudden started talking based, I'd be like, oh,
Oh,
my queen.
I just died in your arms tonight.
Yeah. Lady in purple.
Okay.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know. That's the whole thing.
It's okay, Sam. The world's got to end somehow.
It does, but this is like, you know that old line about this is how the world ends, not with a bang, but with a whimper. I think it was T.S. Eliot or whatever. I could be wrong about who actually wrote that, but this is the whimpering part. This is how the world ends, with a whimper. We're going out like bitches, y'all.
I mean, what can we do though?
I don't know. Not go out like bitches. Let's go pick a fight with the fucking Martians or something. You know? Like,
Yeah, I'm up for that. Let's do that.
if we're gonna go, let's get invaded by some like a horrifying alien superpower, and then like fight to the death, and we lose. The world ends. You know, that's how it's gonna go because we're horribly outmatched and outgunned. But at least we go out on our 2 feet, screaming like you know, Chads instead of, you know, mewling like bitchy Quim.
Hey, I'm all for going out like Chads, but shouldn't we just go mud stomp freaking Silicon Valley instead of pick fight with the species that could melt us? I don't know. This if we're
just
gonna go
figure
out,
as
let's
long-
at least give us a chance.
As long
Maybe.
as we're on our way out, we might as well, like, you know, do something that's going to be remembered by somebody. You know?
I'd rather
Right,
get
so
my
we'll put
pitchfork.
some feelers out into the galaxy.
Yeah.
Who's
Who
going
out there
like
wants
bitches?
to fight?
Humanity is going out like bitches. That's who, you know, like the human species. Was it T.S. Eliot? Yeah. Okay. Well, I got that right.
There you go.
But I just think look, it's the same principle as when I was young, right? I always thought that if I ever got a terminal disease of any kind, right, that I wasn't going to wait for it to eat me. I was going to go pick up an axe and I was going to pick a fight with the biggest fucking bear I could find. And that's how I was going to go out. Because one of 2 things would happen. Either I would lose, which is most assuredly what would happen, but it'd be fucking, you know, it'd be epic for about a second.
Yeah, and then horrific for a good 10 minutes afterwards.
I think it'd be pretty quick, actually.
Yeah,
So, you know,
Sam's just a boy looking for his cocaine bear.
right?
yeah.
Or, and this is extraordinarily unlikely, I win. And on my fucking deathbed, I have the most epic story to tell.
Yeah, you could do that.
Either way, I win. You know, and the fucking like the cancer or whatever.
It's a very nihilistic perspective of it, but yeah.
Well,
yeah,
I was
sure.
like 17 when I thought about this, so you know, like I was a very nihilistic young man at the time. You know,
and now he's just a nihilistic old man.
Yeah, but I'm somewhat tempered. I'm not quite so much in the rush to go pick a fight with a bear at this point, you know, because
yeah, maybe don't do that.
Yeah, I mean, maybe someday when I'm real fucking old and I can't move around so good anymore. It's like I don't want to waste away. I know that. I don't want to waste away. I've always had this kind of impression that I would die violently at some point, right? I don't know how, just violence will be involved. And I don't know, bear on me violence seems like a good way. You know, it's better than train on me.
That sounds like the name of a really gross porno.
It could be.
So if you guys ever see a news report coming out of Wyoming with a dude who's strapping a freaking axe to the front of his walker, you know that Sam's got the cancer.
Yeah.
Yep. Not only do I have the cancer, but I'm on my last ride.
Yeah.
Because I ain't
crazy man with axe wielding walker takes it to a bear. You'll be like, that's we know who that was.
Yeah, that was Sam.
That bear is that bear's I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you, motherfucker.
Yeah. You best be on notice, Yogi.
Right.
Wouldn't it be fucked up if there was a bear that was in the same situation and thought the same thing?
Yeah, the bear
and
has
then
cancer.
You both had the saddest fight to the death of all time.
You find the one bear that has like freaking terminal cancer, and he's all like, "I'm gonna find a human and take him out." That's how I'm gonna go. Make a fight with a hunter, and it's both you would just seen there like slowly inching towards each other.
Yeah,
right.
The slowest battle cry ever.
Yeah. I'm trying to find a picture of him. Oh yeah. Here's let me open this up. Oh, that's the wrong one. I'm going to open this up in a different thing here because it'll show. But speaking of Terry Pratchett, this is essentially what you're talking about with the wheelchair shit, right? This would be Mad Hamish. God damn it! I hit the wrong fucking thing. Hold on a second. Mad Hamish from the Golden Horde. This will be me down the road. Yep. On my way to kick that bear's ass.
Fuck you, AI and cancer.
Yeah.
You're never gonna take me.
And this specifically is from the Last Hero. So that thing on the back, that barrel that's got the two glowing rods stick out of it, that's a bomb.
Of course.
That he's taking up to the home of the gods to fuck him up.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's gonna be me. That's gonna be me down one day. One day I'm coming for you, you fucking bear.
Gonna get you.
So, but here's the thing: when I say I choose the bear over, like, say, cancer, right? That's a whole different can of worms than like women saying I choose the bear over men because, you know, men are worse. It was like, well, a man's not gonna fucking maul you to death, like, you know, with his fingernails. Generally speaking, that's not likely to happen. You know,
what if we've been interpreting this completely wrong? What if Sam's talking about a different kind of bear?
Yeah, huh? He goes to San Francisco with an axe and
and he's like, "Come at me, big bastard."
Yeah, he's like, "Come out here and fight me, Dermy."
Yeah.
But
either way, well, yes, that's the point. But like, if I have the cancer, I'm going to die anyway. I might as well go out epically attempting to conquer a beast of bear-like
epically or anally.
I mean, does it really matter at the end as long as people tell a story with like a gravitas?
Yeah, the news report would be very different.
You're there on your deathbed, just telling your loved ones, "Is like, I went out anally. Let everyone know."
Wyoming senior with fatal cancer gets done
Fucked to death.
in the middle of San Francisco. Doesn't. I'd rather take the bear in the wilderness, please. Thank you.
Yeah.
Small
Definitely.
axe found in his pocket.
That's a very small. Like, what kind of axes are you looking at? They fit in your pocket, man?
Ones that have no intention of being used for anything useful.
Yeah. No. I'm taking myself a real axe out there, man. Probably a bomb too, just in case. Because I mean, I can't be having like this bear's gonna eat me alive, which is fine. I'm resigned to that, but I can't be having like a fucking man running around after that. So it's got to go too.
He's gonna go out there Ted K style.
Right.
I'm freaking before I go, I'm taking like some sort of poison pill or something. So even if the bear does kill me as he's eating my ass, he can fucking die too. I'm taking him out with me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. No, not a panda. Why would I? Like,
You don't have to fight a panda.
dude, you could
You
just
just
walk up
tickle
to
the son of a
panda,
bitch and win. Yeah.
pop it on the head real
Yeah.
fucking hard, and congratulations, they're one step closer to extinction.
Pandas
Yeah.
have zero survival skills. Like
Right.
they don't even want to exist.
Like,
Of
there's
course
no
it's-
challenge in a panda.
Yeah, of course the Chinese bear's a pussy. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that wouldn't make for an epic story, man. Even an old man can fucking beat a panda to death. You know?
remember that
There's a
movie
novelty in that one though, isn't there?
Yeah.
that movie with Anthony Hopkins, what's it, The Edge or whatever?
Mhm.
Is that what it's called?
Uh,
you
The Edge of
imagine if they
Pandas. Yeah.
They redid that, but with pandas. How lame it would
right?
be.
That would be
Him and
it's like-
Baldwin
it's
are
like-
being chased through the wilderness by a panda.
it's
Very
like the
slowly.
bare equivalent of shooting fish in a barrel, man. It's there's no
Yeah.
reason to do that shit aside from saying, hey, look what I did. I helped bring a species closer to extinction, that wouldn't defend itself.
I'm gonna have to pay Mr. Grant Gregory to do that. Use AI to change the big Kodiak bear in The Edge to a panda and have the same movie. It has to be
Yeah.
done. It has to.
Yeah.
Oh,
See,
yeah.
Kodiak would be interesting. Kodiak's claw is like 6 fucking inches long. Just the
Oh,
one
yeah.
of them. They got
Lar-
like fucking 6
Largest
in each
brown
claw.
bear there is. Yeah, bigger than grizzlies.
They're not that much smaller than polars.
Yeah,
You
they're
know?
huge.
And now
Yeah,
they've got
in fact-
hybrids between the two of them that are
I don't
running
know,
around that are as
crazy.
big as polars but as mean as Kodiaks.
Because the one of the big differences is Kodiaks have blunted claw nails. They're like dogs. They're not sharp. They just cut because they rip
Yeah.
you open because the
Because
power
it's-
behind them.
It's a force, yeah.
But with polar bears, they have like cat claws. They are
Oh, yeah.
meant to rip and tear and just eviscerate.
To be fair,
imagine
most
a big ass brown bear, but with those kind of claws. Oh,
Yeah. that would not be good. See, this is why you can see like Kodiaks tearing open metal dumpsters and shit like that, is because it's mostly blunt force with them. It's not so much the actual cutting.
Well,
because they're very, very strong.
Yeah, it's because the difference of how they Kodiaks they're grabbing fish, they're going for fish or ripping open logs. With polar
loggers.
bears, they are grabbing seals and dragging them back out from trying to get in the water. So that's why their claws develop to be hooks, essentially like barb, is because they're literally trying to stop a seal from jumping in a hole and getting away from them. So it's just, they can slice you right open.
Yeah, and that's not to say polar bears are nice animals. They're not. They're very brutal creatures.
They'll kill humans. They will.
Well, they'll kill anything except
Yeah.
maybe a moose. And it's
They're
not that
one
they
of
wouldn't
probably the
try, but moose are
Same as
scary.
bears. Oh yeah, moose
Moose are
most
scary to
dangerous animals.
everything.
Yeah.
They're
They're fucking big, man.
Yeah, the a Kodiak, for those who don't know, they're named after the Kodiak Islands, which is just off of Alaska. They're a variation of the grizzly, of the brown bear. They're very, very big. Like They stand up. They're like 10 feet tall. Like they're big animals. Polar bears stand to like anywhere between 12 and 14 feet tall when they stand up, which give you an indication of how big they are.
Yeah.
Big, just
Crazy.
fucking solid ass muscle and yeah. So if you ever want to know why 2A is alive and well in Alaska, it's because it can't go on for a walk without arming up in case there are bears. Generally speaking, especially in the spring when they all wake up and they're hungry.
Well, unless you believe the left, then there are no polar bears left. They've all
They'd
died.
be. Gosh, I didn't know, man. I didn't know that bears are, insoluble. So that's obviously bullshit. They're like, oh, that ice cap's melted and killed all the polar. And I was like, no, bears are insoluble. They're fine.
It's like we talked about yesterday on the pub how so much stuff we were told was like science or fact or whatever is usually complete bullshit. And one of them was like that the polar bears all dying. Global warming's killing the polar bears. The video they had that was like their little proof of that was of a like legitimately senile bear, so old that it was way past when bears usually end up dying because they can't catch food anymore, and that's why it was having a hard time swimming between the chunks of ice. Not normally. The bears float. Polar bears float. So if they get tired of the swim, they just flip on their back and paddle. Just float. They don't sink. That was sinking because it had no fat on it, because it couldn't eat, because it was too old to catch anything. But once again, that's proof that the left is retarded more than what they're trying to prove.
Here's Ardent Party asking the real questions. Panda or koala? Which do you figure is a bigger challenge? Now, koalas are obviously smaller than pandas, and while pandas may have herpes, koalas will actively try to give it to you.
Yeah, I would say the koala is definitely harder.
Koala gonna give it to you. It's gonna give it.
Right in the face. They will fuck you. They will fuck your face.
Oh yeah.
So koala would be the bigger challenge because the panda is just gonna fucking like sit there and
Yeah.
And actually no, they don't have herpes, right? Because they won't fucking breed with each other.
Yeah, they'll just lazily look over you, just like, eh.
Yeah, they're, as far as a species, they are the most shittiest of all species.
Yeah, whereas koalas are drug addicted sex maniacs.
You could put a girl panda in a freaking sex swing and wave it in front of a boy panda, and he'll just sit there and start, touching himself. It's the most laziest of all animals. They don't deserve to exist. I don't care.
Does it count if they're just panda costumes?
Yeah.
There's Abe in a panda costume when they put the girl out in the swing.
Like, let's do this.
That's the image I didn't need.
There you go. You're welcome.
Does that panda have a Green Ranger helmet on?
It's like, this is the weirdest furry convention ever.
I know.
What was the fucking movie with the guy who was in the gorilla suit and he ends up getting locked in a cage with a fucking gorilla that does things?
That's Trading Places.
Yeah. Trading Places.
At the end, the bad guy, they stick him in the suit, and and
then he gets raped by a big old silverback.
Yeah, they're all, look how happy they are together. And he's seen their
it happens.
Yep. Yeah. That's one shitty way to go out.
I used to have
literally.
I used to have when I was young, when I was a little bit more prone to extreme solutions to problems. I used to have this whole theory about how you prevent sexual assault, how you prevent rape, right? And because obviously you can stop individual rapists from doing it again, but others continue to do the thing, right? It's still a problem. So my theory was you take like a 10 by 10 by 10 cage, you stick it in Madison Square Garden, you take this rapist you got, and you stick him in there with a horned up silverback and film it and broadcast it to the entire country.
Well, we know how Sam could prevent rape. Don't go to San Francisco with a axe looking for a bear.
Not that kind of bear.
Yeah, or don't replicate David Blaine's act.
Yeah. So anyway, point is like he'd end up getting like raped. But as it turns out, silverbacks really aren't prone to that kind of thing. You'd have to like put them on some kind of crazy making meth or something in order to get them to be like sexually violent in real life towards a human.
Cocaine gorilla, it's on the way.
Yeah,
they're curious. They're curious. Yeah. They'll grab a girl's tit or something, but they're not.
Right, but they're not particularly violent creatures. They only get violent when they absolutely have to. They don't even eat meat, despite having fucking 8-inch canines. You know,
chimps on the other hand.
Yeah, but if they do give violent, you have to be careful because primates tend to rip the scrotum off of their victims.
See, that sounds like a win to me, though. In this scenario,
the big silverback come and rip your junk off? Hell no!
No,
sounds awful.
What scenario are we on now? What the fuck?
Oh, the cage situation. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, the cage situation. It totally sounds like a win to me. You know. So go ahead and piss it off.
Yeah.
But it's. I don't know. I was told that was a little draconian.
I don't have a problem with it.
I think it's fair. I think
devil,
well, I do believe in the Constitution of the United States, and I think that like we shouldn't be engaging in cruel and unusual punishment. I do think sometimes that the punishment needs to fit the crime, and I do think that to a certain degree we ought to bring fucking public punishment back, because you know what fucking works better than like telling people that you're gonna do a bad thing to them if they do the bad thing? Showing them.
Yeah.
Show not tell.
That's I agree. I think that you tell some dude, you possibly could get probation if you do this really perverted, nasty thing that is going through your head to that girl. Probably not going to stop him. You tell him, I'm going to put you in a cage with a big gorilla. It's going to rip your junk off and then sexually assault you for hours on end.
And everybody's going to watch.
And that's much more.
And I think it would solve. Like I don't think it would cure the problem entirely. There's always going to be sick fucking people out there doing sick fucking things. Unfortunately,
you think they can get away with it.
People suck, but I think that it would certainly curb instances of it. Absolutely. I mean, think about how many times it doesn't get reported when it does happen. Right? Obviously, it gets reported a bunch of times when it doesn't, which is also a problem and a separate problem. But that also needs to be addressed. But how many times does like rape or sexual assault or sexual abuse go unreported because people are like, well, nobody's going to believe me anyway, right?
Yeah.
How often? It's a lot.
I don't know. I think it's a high number, but I don't know as high as some people want us to believe. But I do agree that there are people who don't believe they're going to get believed, because I think there's guys the same way. I think there's guys who go through victimization who sit there and go, I'm not going to say
100%.
anything.
I'm talking all cases. I'm not being specific to women here. Yeah. Like all cases of this shit. Like what happened to fucking, I can't remember his name. Brandon Fraser. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Like he
shit
did
happened to him,
and then they fucking shamed him out of Hollywood for speaking up.
Yeah.
You know, hey, Carrie, long time no see. Good to see you, man. You know, like I think that all cases of this that go unreported are a shame, and for a couple of reasons. This number one is the person who did it can then do it again. They can hurt someone else. Right. That's the main concern. The fact is they shouldn't have been in a position to hurt somebody in the first place, but they were. And since nobody said anything, now they can do it again with impunity, basically. And that's how we're going to feel about it. I got away with it once.
Yeah.
You know?
And then that's not just sexual assault. That's any crime. It's everyone who sits there and goes, look, I was robbed at gunpoint. They took, $40. I'm not going to go report it. I'm not going to take my time and go to the police station.
Yeah.
and question me about it. It was $40, whatever.
Getting mugged in New York is like a rite of passage.
Yeah. But the problem you have is by not doing your duty to help.
He said duty.
Police get, I said duty. You're allowing that guy to then go do it to another person, and the next person might not get off of it with just losing $40. It might be some little old lady with $100 from bingo winnings that gets stabbed by that asshole. So
100%.
Yeah.
And I'm not suggesting that like somebody who fucking steals a pack of gum needs to have their balls ripped off by a gorilla on national television. I think again, proportionate to the crime.
Okay, one testicle. How about that?
I think that's a little excessive for that particular thing.
Gorilla
But for
popped one of your
somebody,
grapes.
for somebody who went and
Okay,
did,
balls tickled by another man. Maybe that should be the punishment.
Dermy would be stealing gum all the time.
I know, right?
He'd just get bags full of fucking gum.
He
throwing
would
it
be
in there.
living in that cage.
hell, shit, man.
Like,
if
oh
you were in that cage and you had no recourse
You
but
guys
to
caught
have your
me
balls
again.
tickled, right? All you got to do is close your eyes and pretend it's a chick, man. You'll be fine.
That's the voice of experience right there, folks.
Just close your eyes and imagine it's a girl. No.
Well, I mean, look, I'm just saying, if you're in that cage, you're definitely going to your happy place. It's the only way you're getting through it.
What if that cage is your happy place?
Well, then we have another can of worms entirely. I mean, obviously, there's going to be some fucking freak out there who thinks it's the best thing ever, right?
Yeah.
It's like,
Do me,
please, Daddy Gorilla, beat me.
After a while, the gorilla's all like, "We need to stop this. This guy's this guy's coming in here for me to touch his balls, and I'm getting tired of it, y'all."
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Butcher Blaviken brings up an excellent point, actually. Some people don't take it seriously, like in Western Australia, this teacher raped a 13-year-old. And people are saying, why couldn't it have been me in school, and blaming the victim for not speaking up? That happens a lot in the States too, actually, a lot. Any time that it's a male student and a female teacher, South Park did an episode about this a while back with Ike.
Yeah.
Dudes
all of the police officers were like, nice.
Yeah. But fact is that's still rape. That's still like,
it's still fucked up, and it still shouldn't have happened.
In our society, boys can be looked at as victims. We can't.
Women can't be looked at as predators.
Yeah, a young girl who's 15 really wants it from this teacher, dreams about it every single day. The teacher gives it to her. She's looked at as a victim. She was a victim of this perverted dude. It doesn't matter how much she wanted it in her diary, pages and pages of it. She's looked at as a victim.
Yeah.
Same scenario reversed. The boy wants it from this teacher. The teacher gives it to him, girl. He's not looked at as a victim. He's looked at as the luckiest kid on earth. Type thing.
The thing is, it doesn't matter if he wants it or not. That's not the point. That's what statutory means.
But also our system of law is jaded in that way, because the law looks at her as not a predator, like you said. She is given probation, and she can't teach no more. Oh, poor her. When, like I said, the guy who was put in the same situation, that male teacher, is given 6 to 10 years.
Yeah, there was a kind of a famous case. I can't remember the chick's name, but a few years ago, where she had sex with underage students and all that stuff. She got caught. She got prosecuted, and she did end up going to prison, but I think only for like 2 years.
Yeah.
And she was a repeat offender, if I recall.
Yeah, there's been plenty. I mean, you think of how many have come out and how many never were caught, because if the kid was smart, he didn't say shit after banging the hot teacher. But not all kids have brains.
Well, none of them do. That's kind of the point. None of them do.
But I feel I fall in that same category. There were a couple teachers that if they were all like, "Yeah, could you stay after class, devil?" I wouldn't. I would have definitely, and I wouldn't have said shit about it.
Look, I don't disagree with you on that point. There were a number of
being
very
honest.
attractive teachers I've
Mhm.
in my life too. But the problem is that's not as an underage person whose brain is not fully developed, who does not legally have the capacity to consent.
Yeah.
Right? It doesn't fucking matter. That teacher's still a predator if she goes through with it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she definitely been predator, and I would have been her prey.
Ooh woo.
You know, I mean, I went to school with girls who would, rumor was, allegedly would do things for to get ahead of the grading curve. You know, with certain notoriously difficult teachers. In that regard, like there were rumors. I'm not going to name anybody or anything like that, but there were rumors about certain girls, and again, like it's high school, so like who knows? Maybe rumors are just bullshit. That absolutely could be true, but
that's how Sam got such good grades. He turned up in pigtails and a skirt all the time.
actually, I got good grades because I test well and I'm scary looking.
How did Pam, that retard, get A++? I didn't even know that was a grade.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, that's the thing. It's like there was one particular we had a chemistry teacher who had his own grading system separate from the grading system that everybody else in the school used. Right. So you were lucky if you got a C- in his class. That was passing. That was the highest grade you could achieve in there, unless you were a overdeveloped young woman. Then you probably get a B. And it honestly didn't seem to matter how good your work was. Most of the rest of us were lucky to get a C- because his grading curve was basically fuck everybody. Everybody deserves to fail my class. Unless these young women who are starting to look a little bit more like women, you know, they might do a little better. They might do a little better.
It's like fuck everybody, but these girls in particular.
Yeah.
Is it sexist to say that maybe dudes should be teaching dudes and girls should be teaching girls? Like
Actually, I don't know. I think that
separate classes by sex.
That's the way things used to be done over here.
I don't think that's necessarily a bad idea.
Yeah. I mean, not saying that a sexual assault wouldn't happen, because there's plenty of dudes who will sexual assault another dude. So it's not like all of a sudden the boys are all like, now we don't have to worry about our virtue.
I agree with you there.
We still have girls and boys schools here as well, like totally separate schools.
Well, I think there are other reasons
still a thing.
that's a good idea too, though, right?
Yeah.
Because we know for a fact that boys do not learn in the same way that girls do, that modern American public school is geared towards the way that girls learn and not boys. Boys are not doing so good.
That's why boys don't go into college at the same amount as girls, because they're not set up to succeed.
Male teachers are more equipped to understand how to teach to boys.
Yeah.
And females are more equipped to understand how to teach to girls. And I think that there are just some things that I think that's a good idea in general, because
there are studies that have also shown that when you have mixed classrooms, the boys tend to not do quite as well as they would do in an all male environment.
No, it's because they're staring at Becky.
Yeah, they're distracted. Girls,
they lose that sort of competitive edge as well.
Yeah,
with other boys,
in some regards.
Yeah.
There's only one Becky, so there's still a little competition. But
but if Becky, if you can't get Becky, you go with Pam.
Yeah, unfortunately, everybody could get
Rachel,
Becky.
Amanda, and all that. Yeah, everyone can get Becky.
Sam, did you go by Becky?
No, I did not.
The thing is, we always seem to think that when we stop doing stuff, it's because we've progressed or we've learned from the fault of the past or whatever. No, some things were right and were better for us, and we didn't evolve from them. We didn't learn better habits. No, we just overthought it. Like I said, I think having separate schools for boys and girls actually would be great for something to go back to. Maybe if Trump does abolish the freaking educational whatever there in Washington, and it goes back to the states, maybe we'll start getting those again. And like I said, maybe you'll see boys start to do better in school again.
That would be good, but I think if he was going to do it, he would have done it.
Well, supposedly they're on the brink of it. They're eliminating certain segments, pushing it off to other things to try to break it down as quickly as possible. It's it's a big bureaucracy, so it's not like he can as easily just do it overnight. As much as we wish he could just wake up tomorrow and go, it's gone.
I disagree.
It's a little more difficult than that.
I think you absolutely could do that. You just fucking don't have it around anymore.
You don't think that the freaking left would fight that and take it to the courts and he'd be stopped before he was able to, and it would take 6 years. I think they're going to do that
anyway. It doesn't matter. It's still
well, if you chip it away piece by piece, it's a lot harder than if you, like I said, because then you have to separate their, okay, we have to stop him here, we have to stop him here, we have to stop him here. A lot harder than just we have to put one thing to stop him here. Like I said, I'm sure he has a plan, but he's in the process of trying to eliminate the Department of Education because it's a waste. Stupid.
It is, and it should never have been fucking a thing in the first place.
Never.
100%. Carrie says, I was the only one who couldn't get Becky. Even the other girls got Becky. Becky also got chlamydia or something. Last one kind of like makes that first part sound better.
Becky created chlamydia.
Yeah, chlamydia. Was she a strange name for a girl? Chlamydia Jones. I think there actually was a person who got named that because their mom thought it was pretty and she was fairly uneducated. She was like, "Yeah, that sounds like that's a pretty name, chlamydia," and like named their kid that.
This is chlamydia, Washington, Shawasha, and chlamydia.
Oh, that's nuts. Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know about I hope that the Department of Education goes away with the dinosaur. I just don't have any faith that it's actually going to. I think that they're going to piecemeal it and drag it out. And by the end of Trump's term, it'll be, we'll get some other asshole in there who's going to start putting it back in place again.
Well, hopefully we get Fancy Dance Vance and he can complete it.
Maybe that's I mean, we'd be lucky to get much of anything done past the midterms this time around anyway.
He needs to lean into that meme though. He has to, like JD Vance. Second he starts running, he's got to get that fucking wig and get a fat suit.
He just needs to like grow his hair out and get a permanent, dude. I don't think it has to be a wig. I think he can do it. I believe in him.
I don't know if he can grow his hair out like that though, because like some hair just don't grow out like that. My hair grows to a certain length and then stops. I don't know why. Not since I was much younger could I get my hair really long. For some reason, it just doesn't grow. So I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe.
Well, maybe he can though. I mean, he eats all that Indian food. That's got to be good for greasing up the old follicles.
It's good for greasing something.
So. Yeah, if he does that, if he comes out like on the debate stage doing the dance from the meme, oh my god, I would actually get out there and start like trying to help the campaign and stuff, which I would never do because I'm a lazy bastard. But go door to door. Have you seen this video? This needs to be our next president.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that shit about Kamala gearing up to run again for president?
Oh, God,
again.
Anybody who donated money to her after the last one deserves to be ripped off, you dumb shit.
Right. Yeah. I hope she does, and I hope she picks Tim Walz to be her VP again. I really do.
That'd be amazing.
It's not going to be him. It's going to be AOC or some shit. But who I think I was also actually talking about fucking just straight up running for the Oval Office. But
the Republicans at that point could literally just put a chimp with a typewriter as their candidate, and they'd win.
Yeah. So I mean, this is still early days and all that shit. But yeah, it does kind of sound like she's intended to try again. And I'm like, all right, well, we didn't want the cackling idiot the first time, so you know.
Yeah. And what's she gonna do if she actually had to go through another midterm, you know, or not midterm,
Primary.
where they choose the primary. That's the word I'm looking for. God damn, I like totally brain farted there. And a primary, like she got just put in there by them. That was her whole thing. They didn't let their base vote on who they wanted to run. What is she actually like the first time? First time when she ran, she got less than 1% of the people would vote for her, and they didn't learn from that. So yeah, if she had to go through that again, yeah, she's not going to do any better. No one wanted her. That's why they tried to force her down their throat.
Yeah, they tried to Mark Carney her.
Yeah.
That's funny if you know Canada. But yeah, it's I just think it's funny. I think it's funny, but I also am kind of worried about the midterms this year.
Oh yeah, because they're already trying to rig it.
Oh, there are a few things I think that are in their favor. I mean, Trump's not making every one of his fucking voter base happy. He's not. That's a fact. You know, like there's like I'm not saying I tend to side with the I think mostly there's been a lot of good and there's been some stuff that pissed me off. I'm still probably going to vote in that direction.
The thing is, you also it's on the candidates. You have to have people who are American first get out there and fight for it instead of letting the traditional Republicans, because we always know they're going to go for themselves, come out there and take the spot. Fight for it. You know, if you're a not traditional Republican or traditional conservative side of things, you're more of a American first type thing. Get your ass out there and freaking say, I want to run for it, because somebody needs to. Besides the same old Republican who's going to do the same thing they've been doing for the past 60 years. Fucking fight for your country. Don't just talk about it, you know? But like I said, you already have, like, they're looking at the freaking voter rolls in Georgia or whatever, and you have the freaking lady coming out, one of the people in charge of that crap, comes out and puts this video where she's literally sitting there going, they're trying to eliminate your vote, and they're all looking at voter rolls from 2020. The vote already happened. How's this trying to prevent people from voting? You know, like it's they're already saying it up that they're trying to steal this next election. So I hope that the Republicans have the balls to fucking stop them. But hoping the Republicans have balls is pretty weak.
I hope that my hope is that we eventually get to a point where there's no rigging. It's just an honest voter count, right? I don't believe that's going to happen, especially not in a country this size. I think that we get cheating on small scale local elections, you know, that, and I think that those are actually a microcosm. Like, you want to know what's going on at home, right? Look at what's happening in Washington. Washington's just a representation of the local level, right? The local level is doing all the same shit, but nobody's paying attention to that because we all got our eyes on fucking Washington, right? You want to change things? Start at home. Get involved at home. Get involved locally, because these are the assholes that in 20 years are going to be in Washington. You know?
Yeah.
So, you know, pay attention to what's going on at home and all that. But I don't know that that's going to happen. And either way, my fear is that the Dems make a comeback in Congress after the midterms, and then we have an exact repeat of what happened the last time Trump was president, where they just fucking block everything he does for the next 2 years and nothing happens.
Yeah.
You know, he spends so much time fighting them. And, you know, the very first thing they're going to do is impeach him again.
Oh, yeah. They're already putting the articles in to impeach him. That's... and they think like it accomplishes something. Maybe with their base, you know, these people who have the TDS might sit there and touch themselves to the idea of him getting impeached again. But guess what? Unless it gets him out of office, it's stupid. You're just wasting taxpayer money and time.
That's
and
the fair point. It is like getting censured by Antonio Guterres, right? It's like, you know, like, oh, I condemn, and you're very bad, but it doesn't actually accomplish anything unless they actually physically remove him from office, which I can't really do.
It's like being found guilty of a crime in another country that you're not in. It's like, oh yeah, Germany has found me guilty and wants to put me in prison for 7 years, and our government said, who gives a shit?
But it's about the optics of people who maybe aren't as plugged in. That's all this is about. It's like he's the thrice impeached president, right? Well, to somebody who hasn't been paying attention, that makes him look really fucking bad. It also makes, by extension, anybody who is connected to him, like possibly a future president in JD Vance, look worse to voters.
No, because literally, if I was Trump at this point, I'd be getting tattoos for every time they fucking impeached me. I'd be like, I'd open up my shirt and I'd be like, I'd be hoping to get 7, just so I could have like, I'd be like 7
Right.
time motherfucker.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's-
Like, you're just trying
right?
to make him look bad. It's the same reason they keep going around saying he's a convicted felon and he's a rapist and he's all these things, right? It's because they are trying to damage his reputation to the average voter. And in some cases, it is working.
But on most cases, it's not. That's one of the things that endeared him to the black community and why he made so much inroads last time with the black community is because they're seeing if they're going after him this hard, he looks like a badass. He looks like the fucking guy who's fighting the machine more than any other. Yeah. And it was like after they did the mugshot. Remember the mugshot? You had all these black guys wanting on a t-shirt and shit because they're all like, fuck yeah.
Like, I'll concede that it may not work and it may backfire and it may blow up in their faces, but that's exactly what they're going to do and why they're going to do it.
But that's because they're retarded.
They know it's not going to get him out of fucking.
They've been doing this since the very beginning. They've been trying to demonize him and make him into the bad guy. They're all, look, he's a Nazi.
That's politics.
And everyone's, but the extent they've been doing it to, and it keeps backfiring in their face, and they don't learn. They sit there and go, we're going to call him a rapist and a pedo. That'll take him down a peg. And then everyone just laughs in their face about it. Nothing they've done so far has worked. And yet they keep using the same playbook. They need if they had any brains in their fucking head, the best thing they could have done when he got out of office, literally, for them, best thing for them, not for us, was to ignore him. But could they? Hell no. Instead, they used the 4 years of Biden's administration to freaking demonize him and put him back in the White House. When all they had to do was literally the second he was out of office, never say Orange Man again. And he would.
Do you remember when Biden even said that he missed Trump in a press conference?
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, Biden said and did a lot of like very strange things that indicated that he wasn't all there. That was very clearly like, you remember that time he conducted a full-on conversation with a fucking houseplant in a corner?
Did you see at the when they had Marco Rubio on the freaking one of the committees was grilling him, and the guy was sitting there giving him a bunch of shit about Trump by accident said Iceland instead of Greenland, and when he was talking about us, taking control over it, and he was seen there trying to diss Trump by doing that, and Marco Rubio at the end after he's done questioning sits there and goes, "Yeah, you guys pretty fond over people who have." He's all, I think it was just said the wrong thing. It happens. You guys seem to be pretty fond over like somebody doing that same thing, essentially pointing to Biden, always flubbing up what he was saying, and the guy's all, nice try. Like the senator like totally had a tantrum about it because Marco Rubio fucking teabagged him on national television, essentially.
Fucking Zillage is in the chat now, and is it just me, Zillage, or is your avatar getting whiter?
One of these days he's going to do the opposite of the Black Lives Matter thing and just turn up with an all-white avatar.
He's gonna end up showing up and he's gonna divorce his wife because she's I'm not gonna finish that sentence. Dave Chappelle did this whole thing a while
Clayton
back.
Bigsby sketch.
Damn monkeys banging on my hood.
What's that supposed to mean? It doesn't mean nothing. It was just an observation, buddy. It's good to see you. Thanks for being here. Looks like Aaron Laura's dropping fucking gold in the chat here. All right, I'm gonna see if I can bring this up. We'll find out. We'll find out if it plays or not. I don't know. I'm feeling confident though. All right. It's called The More You Joe. All right. If this starts fritzing out, it's because I don't have my usual producers here, and I don't play stuff real good. All right.
You want to worry about the government? You need an F-16. Come on, man. Don't mess with the women in America unless you want to get the benefit. Man, buy a shotgun. Come on, man. You know that 28 out of every high school student is Latino.
And apparently did better on standardized testing than he did.
Yeah.
28 out of every high school student.
Bottom of his
Well,
class.
he did lie about his education.
The women in my administration are women. Come on, man.
That's actually a lie on
Went
top of it, because
for
not
two
all the
reasons.
women on his administration were women.
Yep. Just dudes in
Right.
fucking dress up.
One, two.
You could actually see when it turned
Come
off.
on, man.
You could see when the knob.
Let's
was
talk
turned
about
off in
everybody
that
being
car.
able to, no matter
Right.
what your age, go out and be able to purchase cocaine. What do you think about that idea?
I mean, that was younger Joe. A little bit younger. A little bit earlier in his very long career.
As a career politician.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Donald, this is president. Come on, man. Donald Trump's presidency. Guess what? You know.
That's my favorite, I think, ever. Like, guess what?
That one
You
was
know.
Legit.
You know.
You know. You know. I guess. You know.
Tell us, Joe. Tell us, please.
Come on, man. By the way, it's all his fault that we're spending $6 billion in taxpayer money this month to help fight HIV/AIDS.
With Elton John.
Did you see the look on fucking John's face there? He's like, what
He's
the
just
fuck,
there
man?
like, what the fuck, man?
It's your fault, Elton.
He's just
You
staring right at
created
the
AIDS.
camera. He's like, ah.
You and those
what?
homosexuals.
Fucking no.
He's like, come on, Joe. That's not the only gay dude out there spreading the AIDS.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
I remember this. Oh. That was just sad.
Come on, man. Put that double barrel shotgun and fired 2 blasts outside the house. Come on, man. Beer brewed here, it is used to make the brew beer in this refinery. Oh, Earth Rider, thanks for the Great Lakes. I wonder what it's
Yeah, what the fuck did he just say?
Yes. Also, lots of random sounds.
Yeah.
Cue audience applause. Yeah.
Yeah, these are all clips of things that he has actually said and done at some point. This is all Joeisms.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I think that was the end of it there. Yeah. Hopefully that played well enough for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm not gonna do too much video stuff just right this second. I'm feeling a little more confident in my setup, but it's not a guarantee. But yeah, that guy should not have been in fucking office. Some of those things he was saying well before he was even a fucking vice president, man.
Yeah.
He was stumbling and not doing well when frickin' he was on Obama's VP. He never was. Joe's always been that good old boy, and that they wanted that because Bill Clinton. That's how Bill Clinton got all of his power, was because he was the good old boy who could glad hand people and talk to him. He was a fun guy. And Joe Biden, they thought, had the same kind of feel, that southern charm.
Mhm.
But no, he never freaking was a great speech person. He never was great on the draw. He just had that good old boy feel. And
It's
yeah.
funny because he's not even Southern.
Yeah.
He's a New Englander.
Yeah, he's not. And yeah, he freaking and then they saw him as a pawn. They wanted somebody in there that they could make all the rules and he would just sign whatever they want. And then they realized they didn't even need him to sign anything because they had the auto pin.
Right.
But yeah, he was never a good candidate, never a good freaking politician.
No, he wasn't. Poor kids are just as smart as white kids. Yep. I remember him saying that shit too.
Poor black kids are as smart as white kids.
Well, he didn't say black. He just said poor kids.
I thought he said black.
No, he did not. He said poor kids are not as smart as, or are just as smart as white kids. That's why.
Yeah, you're right.
That's why it's bad. Right. He's just like saying, "Oh, because white kids aren't poor,
but kids are all black." Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
that's
right. Clap, you stupid bastards! I don't remember that one, but that sounds like him. Yeah.
If you don't vote for me, you're not black. That was a good one.
Right. And then he goes and he does that fucking fire and brimstone. You want to fight the government, you're going to need a lot more than like what you have, and we're going to restrict what you have anyway. And he was all flanked with the red and the black and the fucking Marines standing there being used for a political statement, which is, by the way, against the charter. And all that. It came out looking like fucking Sutler from V for Vendetta, except retarded. That whole thing.
I can't remember. I think it was on Iron Show we were talking about that, how V for Vendetta, when you watch it now, it's almost like it's foretelling what was going to happen, but the left thought it was going to happen from the right, and it's happening from the left. Like in the movie, you can't read a Quran, and it's against the law to be gay, when actually you're not allowed to read a Bible, at least on a street corner in England, and you being straight is considered wrong. So yeah, it's really funny to watch that movie and go, holy God, this like prophesizing exactly what's happening just on the other side of the political spectrum.
What's interesting about that is you could say the same thing about 1984. Like both sides have used like V for Vendetta, things like 1984, things like Atlas Shrugged. They've used those to bolster their arguments, because the fact is that totalitarianism can come from anywhere. That is a fact. It can come from anywhere. So this should be just a warning against like universal totalitarianism. Like we shouldn't let the fucking right do shit like that. We shouldn't let the left do shit like that. We definitely shouldn't let the center do shit like that. They can't decide anything anyway. And what's interesting though about V for Vendetta in particular is that it was written by Alan Moore, who is notoriously famous for hating pretty much everything on earth, but especially government.
Yep.
Also, he looks like Hagrid on a lot of meth.
I was going to say Hagrid on meth.
Yeah.
Meth Hagrid.
So
that's begging to be a meme right there.
Right. And I mean, dude wrote some great stuff. He really did. Right. The Watchmen series is fantastic, and I'm talking about the comics, not the fucking HBO abomination. It's really, really good. Zack Snyder's version of it actually cut out a huge chunk of the context of that story. But it's very good. Watchmen, go read that. That's excellent. Fucking V for Vendetta, also excellent. His entire run on Swamp Thing is fucking incredible.
Yeah.
He's a really good writer. He just fucking hates everybody.
He's a good writer, just a sort of not quite terrible human being, but
Well, nah, he's Alan Moore.
Cantankerous.
Yeah, he's Alan Moore. But it is funny to me that the meme is that, oh, it's a right that's going to make this bad shit happen, when he was in fact criticizing all government.
Yeah.
You know, because he hates government, because he's a fucking anarchist, an avowed anarchist at that.
He may be a avowed anarchist, but let's be honest, he is on the freaking left. When you've heard his commentary on stuff, you understand he is extremely against conservatism. He is a
no, I'm with you on that. I do think it's funny that's the way that leftists go. It's like, I mean, you know, most of you guys are in favor of just a strict government, and he hates that shit too. Anywho, go read his work though, because he's actually a very good writer.
Yeah,
you know, it is. He's one of the last of the really great writers off the left, because in comics anyway. You know, he's able to write character and write story and make all of that shit more important than the fucking message. And he can even write the message into it, bake it into the story, and it still doesn't fuck up what he's doing. So.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know, which is a rare gift these days, especially in comics. It's a very rare gift.
Even the perpetually retarded can be talented.
I mean, dude, I'm a big Frank Miller fan too, but that guy went fucking batshit, and all of his later work is not good because it's all message, and it's right-wing message, but it doesn't matter because it's all message. Now, his earlier stuff, way better, right? Because he was able to write character. And he was able to write story and all that stuff. Like, you know, Dark Knight Returns comes to mind. Batman Year One, his entire run on Daredevil, which is also very good.
I don't know, man. 300 was pretty boss.
Yeah, 300 is pretty good. I loved Sin City as well. Like, these are excellent stuff. But that was before all of that came out before 9/11. And when 9/11 happened. He wrote this one piece that I can't remember the name of it right now. It's very hard to get hold of because it's considered extraordinarily offensive, even by, like, you know, the day's times. But basically, he created a character who just went over to the Middle East and started, like, ganking anybody wearing a hijab left and right in response to the 9/11 thing. He went a little crazy, and ever since then, his writing has suffered.
Yeah,
you know, because he let it get to him, and he let his message kind of infect everything. Like, inform it, fine, but to infect it, to take it over, I don't think that works in a narrative sense. So, what do you mean he got fooled? Is this another Jews did 9/11 thing? Because, I mean, I think some Jews were involved, but, like, yeah, it wasn't just a Jews did 9/11 thing. You got to keep in mind the Islamic world also hates us separately from the Jew thing.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's not we have more than one enemy. That's what I'm saying. There's more than one enemy out there. It's not always the same guys.
Yeah. And goyim is a term that applies to everyone on earth who isn't of the wall-kissing variety.
Well, it's goyim is a term that applies. It's a ruder version of Gentile. It means not Jewish.
Yeah.
You know, in the same way that heathen means not Christian, or, you know, infidel means not Muslim.
Well, yeah. I mean, with, like, heathen, originally it meant peasant. And goyim originally meant cattle.
Right. Both of which would be beneath the people saying it.
Yes.
Yeah. So it is what it is. I don't know. But anyway, point was he was rightfully upset, and he went about it in a way that has made the rest of his work kind of not great ever since.
Yeah.
Also, people stopped hiring him because he went a little crazy.
Yeah, like legit mad. Like, not even.
Yeah. When I say a little crazy, I mean like his brain broke. He went mad. He went nuts a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
So, which is a shame, because I used to love the way he wrote noir stuff. it was a very good writer as well. But I think that said, would probably be a good time to wrap up the show. We're sitting here about 2.5 hours. I got to check something real quick to make sure I'm not completely fucked up. All right. Well, I'm looking. Doesn't look like a thing. Okay. Yeah, it was not bad for not having much of a show to go on, this week. I mean, I had a couple of things and some stuff that I'll probably bring up like next week involving like robot lizard tails and stuff.
Yeah, it's stuff that will probably primarily annoy Sasquatch. So
yeah, stuff
we're
that I
going to
need
save that.
Sasquatch to bring up on screen because then he has to look at it. So, I got some new Gabriel Torch stuff for us next week too. So that'll be fun. Actually, the stuff I have this week will probably be out of date next week. She'll probably have new stuff for me by then. So,
oh yeah, almost certainly.
Yeah, we'll bring out Gabriel Torch next week and some other things. And I've got I was kind of surprised we even got to the whole AI utopia thing, but that might make a comeback next week too. I kind of want to get some other people's thoughts on it. Hopefully, we can get some other people up here to talk about it this time. And all that. But yeah, it's been good. It's been fun. Appreciate you guys coming. Yeah, Devil. Great to have you back on a fucking panel occasionally.
Yeah,
great to be back.
It's been cool.
Yeah. So this is like one of the few shows where we don't like. It's the same as everybody else's panel shows, but different. I don't know exactly how to quantify that, but same, but different, but still same.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's anyway. It's we do the things here. We do the fun, and sometimes they're not so.
It's a panel show, but smaller and more focused.
I think focused is probably a really generous term.
Given the amount of random shit we talk about,
not as gay as Ballbusters, but then at the same time, so much more.
Yeah,
like I said, same but different, but still same. So anyhow, we're gonna cut it off here. Let people know where you're gonna be, what you got coming up. We'll start with Abe. Go ahead.
If you've ever been on any stream ever, you'll probably see me there. And you can find me on X. Abe's gonna get you. Yeah.
All right, fair enough. Devil, what you got coming up? I know some things are kind of getting shuffled around, but you're still going to be doing stuff. So let people know.
I'll still be doing the pub, and you'll find me jumping on other people's channels here and there on the weekends now. So yeah, that's it.
Okay, cool beans. As far as I'm concerned, she does not have anything up currently. I don't know if Exile Lioness is going live tonight or not. If she does, I'll be there. If not, we're going to probably do another Code Vein 2 stream later on tonight. I'm probably doing that anyway. It'll be later. If she does go on, then it will be otherwise. So
I should jump on her stream and give her shit. We'll go in chat and type in Beetlejuice pub here.
She'll just ban you. She'll probably make me do it.
I ain't afraid of that terrorist.
No. Anyway, so yeah, that's tonight, and then on Monday I'll be on the Renaissance Nerd for Stream of Conscious. I believe we're back on this week. I don't know. Everything got fucked up last time around, so we didn't end up doing it. And then just game streams throughout the week. All Code Vein 2. That's what we're doing this month. And then Abyssal Musings on Friday, and the pub right after that, and then back here next week for more Screaming into the Void, which is what we do. Because I don't know why I do this. I like it, and I like making you guys sit through some awful shit because it's funny. I don't know. Does that sound like an accurate description?
Well, I've got the exact same sense of humor in that regard, so I can't say shit.
Yeah. So, anywho, thank you all for coming. Thanks to the guys on the panel here. They're great. Their descriptions are in the link, or their links are in the description below. Other way around. Check them out. Appreciate y'all coming. We'll see y'all next time. And remember, it could be worse. It could be raining flaming cobras in Minneapolis. Bye everybody.
Bye.